Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the highly anticipated Asian 9-ball finals of 2005 from Jakarta, Indonesia, where two titans of billiards, Efren Bata Reyes and Yang Qing-shun, face off in a battle of skill and precision. Tonight, we not only witness a clash of champions but also celebrate the enduring legacy of Yang Qing-shun, who tragically passed away last December 2023. Yang, known as the son of Pool, dazzled the world with his extraordinary talent and grace. His journey from a young prodigy in Kaohsiung to an international icon was marked by countless victories and unforgettable performances. Yang's humility, sportsmanship, and dedication to the sport inspired many. As we watch this thrilling match, we honor Yang's memory, cherishing the moments he shared with us and the indelible mark he left on the world of billiards. Rest in peace, Yang Qing-shun, a true legend of the pool table. This is Team Get Good Gerry.
Perfect shot making.
Let's watch their greatness.
This rack is pretty simple up until the brown 7. The brown 7 does not go into that pocket because the 9 is there, that lower left corner pocket. So Yang will have to deal with that very soon.
Yes, that's the big cloud on the immediate horizon here, isn't it? Right there, that 5 and the 9. He's going to have to break that up at some point if he wants to run out here. He will have his strategy worked out already, you can be sure of that. These fellas, basically, they look off the break, don't they? And they work out every shot. Yes, and right now, from the way Yang Qing-shun is looking at this, he's going to sink the 6 into the upper left, take the white in the middle of the table, then apparently he's going to play the carom. White off the 7, onto the 9, and then the 9 will track down to the lower corner pocket. Just as Bob Guerrero described, 7 racks, and you'll hear the referee shout time quite often, because once that cue ball has stopped, the player has 45 seconds to make his next shot, although he is allowed 1 extension per rack. Now Reyes has got something down. And it's the worry in this rack, green and 9. They were identical twins out of that break. They never parted company, did they? But Reyes, just like Yang before him, Reyes will have already assessed what he needs to do there, whether it's going to be a break-up or whether he can work something out. These two players taking markedly different paths to this final. Reyes won his 4 matches by a grand total of 5 racks. Yang, however, won his 4 matches by a total of 15 racks. So one has taken the easy road, the highway, and the other one had to slosh through the mud. And Reyes both now gunning for another victory. Reyes has won 4 times already in San Miguel Asian 9-ball tour history. That's the most, and second on the list, none other than Yang Qing-shun with 2. So the two very finest players are gonna duke it out here. Now here's the big shot. He's looking at this green 6. If he stays above the 9, he's got a chance. Oh. Looks like he's going for the combination instead. But I don't think the combination is on. Not from that, you wouldn't have thought. Maybe he was just trying to separate them and missed. At any rate... Well, this would be an extraordinary shot even by Reyes' standards if this was to go. I think he's playing safe. Yeah, I think he is. Yes, using the 9 as the bolt hole there. Had nothing else he could do. Well, Yang Qing-shun, he's looking at the 2-rail escape here.
Looks like he's calling for an extension.
Yes. One per rack. Sometimes you need it. There's two schools of thought here, Bob, aren't there, with regard to the format? Hello. Dear, oh dear. He was way off the pace there. And Reyes can now just clean up. Two schools of thought, Bob, on the format. Basically, you play the two semis, and then the final comes straight in. Now, Reyes has had a chance just to loosen up and practice for the last hour or so, whereas Yang has been in the firing line and has to step straight back into it. Some people say, well, that means that the second player has a chance to get his eye in and be sort of battle ready. But the other argument is the fellow that's had the rest is a little bit fresher.
Yeah, but I think since 9-ball isn't exactly the most taxing sport out there, you know, I think both of these players are experienced enough that I don't think it's going to play a factor. I think the one who plays better, makes the fewer mistakes, is going to end up on top. And right now, there's nothing to choose between these two.
Yes, Reyes played a canny rack there. He couldn't clean up. Yang has a ball. He really does get some power behind that.
One, and the white will go off the top rail and perhaps run into the two. And then maybe he can come up with something there with the two. Delicate shot. Oh no, he tried to use the three, maybe hit the three a little full to hold for the two, and he's hit it a bit thinner than he would have wanted, because although he has a shot on the two, he's going to have to do very well to hold for position onto the three. But still, he could have ended up much, much worse than this. And Yang is not even bothering to hold for the three. Instead, he's going back and forth, leaving himself another thinnish cut. He's not out of the woods yet, Nick.
He's already looking 2 or 3 shots down the road, though. As Bob said, some work still to be done in this rack. Where's that ball going?
Just a little bit short. If it had rolled on another inch, he would have been in much better shape. As it is now, he's got to cue over that 9 and play a thin cut on the 4. So plenty to think about on this shot.
Yes, he's going to have to get one of those high bridges set up here to cue over that 9-ball that's in the way. I know he can use the rail.
He's done very well. Could just avoid the 9, and if he hit that one with a bit of right English, so the right English allowed him to avoid the 9, and it also helped him get position for the green 6. Well, even with the best players in the world, things don't always go according to plan. But the mark of a champion is that he's able to dig himself out of a tough situation, and we saw it here. And Yang wanted to be much straighter on this 9. Now White's going away, so giving himself a bit longer of a shot on the 9 than he would have liked, but this will not trouble him.
That was a finely crafted piece of art. Now let's see what Reyes can do.
Once again, going with that soft break, and once again, he's very fortunate to get the 1 down. Now, what's he looking at here? He can take the 2 into either corner pocket, but impossible to hold for the 3. Now, he's going to hit the 2 thick. Try to get the 2 to kiss off that 7 and going to the pocket. This is a really... Oh, he's trying to bring the 1 there instead. No, okay. Thought he was going offensive, but instead he's going for a pretty effective defensive shot instead.
He's such a good decision maker, isn't he, Reyes?
Absolutely.
9 times out of 10, he knows when to go for it, when to hold his cards close to his chest, and he didn't waste long making that decision.
Yeah, he doesn't go for the rash, silly shots. He really plays the percentages. And Yang, well, I think he's going to trot out that old short stick again.
So, got old shorty going again.
Here we go.
This is one of the treats of World Pool. This is Yang and that short stick of his.
Well done. Has no position on the 3, but at least he's on the table. That's the important thing.
You see it time after time, don't you, with that Yang jump? He pulls off the seemingly impossible. You've seen it so much now that you don't say, oh, he got lucky there. His control of the jump stick is, I reckon, second to none, Bob. I really do.
Mm-hmm. Can't disagree with you. Now let's see what he's going to come up with here. Oh, he was playing the billiard onto the 7. He was playing the billiard onto the 7 and doesn't quite get it.
He doesn't get the snooker either, because that 3 nudged the 9, so Reyes can see this. Reyes can also see the brown hanging on the edge of the pocket as well.
You called it. Billiard coming up, but the big question here is control of the white and the 3.
Oh!
Oh,
He's missed it.
Yeah. Didn't quite have any backspin left when after it hit that 3. Nearly fluked the 9.
He was looking for that brown and did not make contact. Any contact, it would have gone. There he goes. And he doesn't make a contact. He doesn't miss many, Reyes. But there's one you can put in your logbook.
And now, finally, after 3 attempts, I think the 7 is finally going to cease to participate in this rack. And he's gone for the combination.
He won't be too thrilled about that either.
Yeah, he went for the combination really because easier to control where the 3 is going, and also with a combination, the white cannot follow the object ball into the pocket. We saw that in the last match when Efren Reyes tried a billiard, made the 9, and then the white followed. But there may still be a bank here into the opposite lower right-hand corner. Maybe, if he can avoid the double kiss. And I think he can. What a shot by Yang Ching-shun.
That really was a special shot. Look at the degree of accuracy on that one. And he's lined up the pink perfectly. He doesn't even need to think of combinations here. That pink will pass. Oh, he's treating us to some strokes in this rack, isn't he? We've had the jump, we've had the bank. And the hard work seems to have been done.
Yang just a little bit straight here, but with the 9 hanging over the pocket, he will not worry too much.
I was going to say, Bob, you and I would have cleaned up from here. Well, you maybe.
Maybe 5 times out of 10.
Yang, 10 times out of 10. Now, here comes Yang. Came up dry last time, sinks the 1 in this time. 11 could easily become a race to 12 or indeed 13.
They play in the next San Miguel Asian 9-ball tour event. Being played at a relatively high standard. We've had a couple of players miss some difficult shots here in this match, but other than that, no too much angle. He's gonna just tap this one slowly forward. And these pockets very forgiving now. And Yang, wow.
Oh,
a bit straighter, but actually he's all right.
He's like a racehorse here at the moment. Yang, he's hugging the rails all the time. Very nicely played. Chance at 6-4 and breaking. Boy, that wing ball flew down there, didn't it?
Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Boy.
Yeah, the pink shoves the green right up against the cue ball. Takes out his room for manoeuvre.
Oh, well played. That is a sublime shot by Yang Ching-shun. Jacking up, playing that with low left English. That is an outrageously difficult shot. I mean, hitting this shot with a level cue is hard enough. When you've got to jack up, it takes so much skill. Now he's a bit too straight here on this two.
He loves to play chess when he's not at the pool table, does Yang Ching-shun, and I guess the strategy of chess is something that could very easily be applied to this particular sport.
Oh yeah, and Efren Reyes, no slouch at the chessboard either. A lot of these pool players, Alex Pagulayan, Steve Davis, Corey Duell, they love chess, and I think they have the discipline to think several moves ahead.
I don't quite envisage Earl Strickland as a chess player, though, do you? Or Wu Cha-ching. Bring it closer to home. He's too young to know what a chessboard is, probably.
Now here's a tough situation for Yang. Well, how does he get position on this 4? He's got to get this right behind the 6. He's got a very small landing area, and I'm not sure he got there. Oh, he got there. He couldn't have placed that ball better with his hand, Nick. This is another brilliant shot here. Great, great touch. But actually, he still may be snookered, so he's actually doesn't have the shot. He wanted to be about, oh, maybe 5 millimeters further down. He's not there, so he's gonna force to play this off the rail first, but it's still makeable.
Oh, he made that look so easy as the cue ball skids to a stop. Perfectly lined up for the 5. That's one thing both these players really do have in common. I mean, everybody has their own different style, and these two stylistically are very different, but both have the, yeah, just about okay. Both have the art of making a very difficult shot look so simple.
That's right. And that one rack with those 3 shots, the long draw on the 1, the great touch on the 3, and then the rail first shot on the 4, that's a whole match worth of truly brilliant 9-ball shot making right there. A thoroughly deserving rack here for Yang Ching-shun.
If you'll forgive me for calling him that. Yang has kept his lead. Can Reyes peg it back again? I think he'll be happy enough with that.
Oh, he'll be he knows something that the rest of us don't. Just again and again and again, he gets a great layout after the break.
Well, you and I commentated on his semi-final earlier today against Wu, and he had 3-4 dry breaks, and that was virtually headline news right there, wasn't it? Reyes doesn't do dry breaks, or not many of them. I've got to make sure he's in line for the 4 here.
Yeah, he's got the perfect angle. He's just going to spank this. Play a stun shot to the left of your screen. A little bit straight, but he won't be too bothered. I think he can force the angle out for position onto the orange 5 into the left side pocket. No, he's elected to go up, take it into the corner. He's wrong-sided here. He wanted to be further towards the center of the table. Gotta put some action on this ball, put some juice. Top right English. 2 o'clock English here. Wrench it back towards the 6. Just like that. That's gotta hurry, that's gotta clear the 8, and of course it does. Reyes has pretty much wrapped this rack up, and we're gonna go to another deadlock.
Yes, apart from that early 3-1 Yang lead, there's been no daylight. Reyes closed that down instantly. Nobody's been able to make any kind of a break since. These two are locked together, and I suspect will remain locked together for a while yet, until somebody can make the decisive move. Parity. And the old man, the old magician, the Gandalf of the Blue Bays.
Does that make one of... Brought a jump cue to the Asian 9-ball before. In fact, in Taipei last year, he used it in the extra racks of the final to make a mild jump and defeat Jung Young-hwa. So I'm surprised that he doesn't have it now, because he doesn't like it. So he's going to go for the push out. And he's left Yang with a shot here. Now, if this 1 is frozen, Yang can try the shot that he tried earlier, which is hit the rail just to the left of the 1 with lots of right hand spin. It'll guide the 1 in. Let's see if he tries it now, or if he goes for something more pedestrian, like say a safety. The safety here, one safety here is he can take the white to the right side, right of that green 6. All depends on what he feels like doing. I think he's going to go and try to pocket the 1. He tried it earlier, Nick. It didn't pan out, but it works this time.
And look at the position he's got as well on the blue. He'll be very, very happy with that. And he's lining up that possible 4-9 combination.
Played that one very well.
Is it going to go? Is it going to go? It looks like he's got the angle. Reyes had a chance to build a 2-rack lead, but if this goes down, we'll be back all square once again. Yang breaking straight back, just like that. Now would be a good time. 6 all. Both players over halfway. Hello, hello. What's going on there? Not a lot. Balls all over the table, and Yang can barely believe it because Reyes will be licking his chop.
Spanks it in. And I think we're going to see 7-6 Reyes in about 2 minutes. And I'm looking at my notes here. We've had a couple of loose safeties, a couple of difficulty from both players trying to get out of hooks. But other than that, Nick, no unforced errors yet. So it's been a very tight quality match thus far.
Yes, you're absolutely right. No clangers have been dropped yet. And we're in the 13th rack.
Now, what does Reyes do here? The 5 is in a very odd place, actually. It doesn't go into the lower right corner. So he's got to figure out how to manage that. I think he'll take this. Now, does he go for the 5-9 combination? I don't think he wants to. I think he wants to get the white to the right side of the table to take it either into the left side pocket or the left corner. Problem is, he doesn't have a whole lot of angle. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't think he wanted to run into that 6. I think he wanted to miss the 6. Either that or he wanted to be short of the 6 to line up the 5-9 as a very straight combination. As it is, it's slightly off angle, and the degree of difficulty has been upped just a bit. But I don't think he's going to miss it. Yeah,
it's gettable. Very gettable.
From here, it looks easy.
And from where Efren Reyes was standing.
Meanwhile, the Philippines' finest pool player don't have a very good look at that 3-5 cluster. Dink this ball forward, then play a carom off the 3 into the 5. Obviously, that wasn't on.
So he just...
that was on. Great shot by Reyes.
What a shot. Absolutely sensational.
It's a good shot. He was able to get it, pull it off, but he has not been left with anything particularly easy. He could take this 3-9 combination if he wanted to, but it's not a sure thing. I have a strange feeling he's not going to go for it.
Well, if you don't get it, Bob, you've gifted it to Yang, effectively.
Yeah. I think he's going to take this and play it in such a way that even if he misses, the white's going to go to the other side of the table. But he's not going to miss it.
Here, and that is a disaster for him. Now there's trouble. Now there's real trouble for the birthday boy. Someone just blew out the candles on his cake.
Watch the cue ball. Does the cue ball get kicked in, or does the cue ball go on its own towards this rack? The answer is B. It went on its own. It's an unforced error. It's the first one of the match. And Yang, just like Wu in his earlier match, has only himself to blame.
Well, he's obviously tried to overcompensate there, Bob, because he's had a couple of dry breaks. So he's obviously tried to do something different. And as you say, it just lost the cue ball.
And this
sorry, Bob, I was going to say, not a good time to do that at all. Reyes with a chance for 9-6 and then a chance to break to get on the hill.
For a moment, it looked as if this was going to be nip and tuck all the way, and then suddenly a burst here from Reyes. Now here, Reyes needs a clean draw here. Got it.
Well, he's moving in for the kill, isn't he? This for 9-6 and a break to come. One match has been blown wide open.
Oh, and on cue, just on cue, that corner ball goes down.
And he can.
It's close though. Maybe he might. I don't know. I don't think he can see it. He's going to play safe. And his opponent of Efren Reyes. That is, if Yang continues to lose this match.
Oh, he's got a stinking headache here because that thing's been handcuffed in there. Look, he can't get at it.
Hello.
There's the
no,
kick.
Not quite. He's going to leave it.
It's not going to go safe. Nowhere near. You were talking about the fat lady earlier. What's that sound we can hear in the distance? The clearing of a throat, perhaps.
Efren Reyes can go for the jugular here. He can take a very commanding 10-6 lead if he just solves the puzzle of these last 5 balls. And really, he's really had to go through some bruising matches to reach this point. But if form continues, he'll be a decisive winner in this final.
Well, he's the battle-hardened warrior, isn't he? He kept on getting away with it. You look back to his second round match, Bob, and I know you watched that on one of the outside tables, and you yourself said Reyes was very fortunate to get out of that one against Robbie Suwali of Indonesia. But he's ridden his luck. He had luck against Kuo. He had a big slice of luck against Wu. Nothing lucky here, though. He's put on one of his traditional masterclasses thus far. And with this 9, he will have a foothold on the hill. Oh, what's going on now? Oh, would you believe that? What a catastrophe. Just when he gets the big one, he kicks in the white ball as well. Happy birthday, Yang. At least you can handle it with a smile. This is not going to be your day, mate, I'm afraid.
Everything all of a sudden going wrong. 1 point, Yang led 5-4, and then a dreadful piece of luck, bad luck there, has doomed him. And I think the procession is nearing the finish line here. Efren Reyes, a 4-time champion on the San Miguel Asian 9-ball tour, looks destined to make it 5 and to take the points lead as well.
There comes a point when you just can't fight your fate, and I'm sure Yang, when he saw that golden break followed by the scratch, just realized the gods are not going to play with you today. It's not his day, is it? It's the old campaigner who takes center stage once more. He's done it again. There'll be other days for Yang, no question about that. And still, Bob, you could just say one bad shot at one time that he lost the cue ball. That's really it. There's not been a procession of errors from the man.
That was really the turning point, because that happened on the 15th rack, and Yang was down by 2, 6-8, and if he had broken and run out there, he could have gotten into it. But instead, the bad scratch on the break, and Reyes never looked back.
This has got to be the most eventful leg in the brief history of the San Miguel Asian 9-ball tour. It really has. Who would have thought this fellow would have climbed through 3 hill-hill matches to go to extra innings in the semi-final and then just turn on the jets here in the final. 2 balls from yet another title. Get ready for the biggest cheer of the day and the crowning of our champion here in Jakarta. Efren Reyes goes for the chalk. And pulls the trigger.
There's an extra sparkle on that flag because Efren Reyes has done it again.